Hi everyone, and welcome to my research reflection. My name is Nicole, and today I'm going to be talking about my experience in the OS program. Alright, so I am a third-year biochemistry student with a minor in mathematics. I am currently studying under Dr. Simon Rondeau-Gagné in his materials chemistry research group. Our research group focuses on creating materials that are not only smart and powerful, but also flexible, stretchable, and even able to repair themselves. Imagine electronics that can bend like rubber, heal when torn, and still work as efficiently as traditional gadgets. We're combining the worlds of polymer chemistry, organic chemistry, and materials chemistry to design new kinds of polymers, special materials made of repeating units that act almost as muscles for electronic devices, making them soft, stretchable, and durable. Now, what do I do in the lab as an OS research student? I focus on the synthesis and fabrication of self-healing polymers using polydimethylsiloxane, or PDMS, oligomers and metal coordinating ligands. PDMS oligomers are long, flexible chains that give the polymer its elasticity and allow it to stretch and bend like rubber without breaking. The metal coordinating ligands work by forming dynamic covalent bonds with metal ions such as zinc, iron, or cobalt. These bonds are strong but can break and reform easily, which gives the polymer its self-healing ability. If the material gets damaged, the bonds can reconnect on their own, restoring the polymer's structure and making it flexible again. I also test the self-healing properties of these materials to ensure that they can repair themselves after being damaged. The ultimate goal is to use these self-healing polymers in pressure sensor electronics, where their durability and adaptability are crucial for reliable performance. Working in the lab throughout my undergraduate degree thus far has been such an enriching experience. Over the past 2 years, my increasing involvement in research has not only deepened my knowledge, but significantly shaped my personal and professional growth, providing me with invaluable skills that will guide me on my path forward. Starting at the very beginning, back in May 2023, I had heard about the lab through my sister, who spoke highly of her Organic Chemistry 2 professor, Dr. Simon Rondeau-Gagné. I then took the liberty to read up on his research through their group website and found myself more and more intrigued with each section of the research described. One section particularly stood out to me: self-healing materials. Sounded like a futuristic concept. Sensors that can retain their thermomechanical and electronic properties after suffering damages? Preposterous. But this research is making it reality. I'm hooked. I need to be a part of this innovation. I sent an email and a couple of weeks later met up with Dr. Rondeau-Gagné to talk about the research and possibly getting involved in his lab. I expressed my current status in the Outstanding Scholars program, at the time a first-year candidate, and hoping to apply to the full program. He gladly accepted my ambition and optimism, and I plan to start in the lab in the fall semester. Fast forward, September 23. I have been accepted into the full OS program and started working under a postdoctoral fellow on the self-healing polymers. She taught me how we make them, the chemical processes behind the self-healing abilities, and functional applications of our research. I began attending meetings where I had the opportunity to learn about the diverse research projects within the group, gaining insight into how each member's work contributes to a shared vision, driving innovation and advancing the frontiers of materials science. Each week, after general discussions and lab updates with Dr. Rondeau-Gagné, a group member presents their research, sharing the progress they've made and the direction their work is heading. As I became more immersed in the research, my involvement gradually expanded. After a year of exploring the synthesis of these self-healing polymers, I began delving deeper into the theoretical side of our work. I started working on literature reviews, where I research and analyze articles, comparing their methodologies and findings with our own. This helps me create a summary chart to highlight key differences and similarities, ultimately contributing to a paper that will be published, allowing us to position our work within a broader field. My work on the literature reviews, combined with the ongoing efforts in the fabrication and testing of these polymers for pressure sensor applications, carried me through to January 25. As abstract submission deadlines for conferences began to approach, I felt supported by the group to take the next step. With their encouragement, I decided to present our research on self-healing polymers for capacitive pressure sensors at UWindsor in March 2025, and at the Canadian Chemistry Conference and Exhibition in Ottawa of June 2025. To build on this ongoing journey, I plan to expand the application of our self-healing polymers to other types of sensors, developed by fellow group members. Over the summer and into my thesis year, I will focus on optimizing existing polydiacetylene, or PDA, temperature sensors by incorporating self-healing properties through dynamic disulfide bonds. This experience has been both exciting and rewarding, and in the following slides, I'll explore how the Outstanding Scholars program has played a crucial role in providing me with the resources and mentorship to enhance my skills. When I was first introduced to the lab, it felt incredibly overwhelming. As I started my second year, I often felt like I didn't have half the knowledge that these experienced grad students had. I questioned whether I was up for the challenge. However, by starting with the basics and gradually working my way up, I began to break down complex concepts into simpler components that I could understand. This approach helped me navigate the steep learning curve, allowing me to not only grasp these difficult concepts, but also apply them to contribute meaningfully to the research and innovation happening in the lab. With more training and time spent in the lab, I was able to apply these theoretical concepts and witness them come to life in the form of functional materials. Actually creating these polymers and observing their behavior was an incredibly cool experience. Now, I'm going to walk you through the dynamics of our research group from two different perspectives. In chemistry, we often compare our results to literature values or theoretical expectations, essentially what is predicted to happen or what serves as a standard for a given experiment or scenario. These theoretical values are then compared to experimental values, which reflect what actually occurs during the experiment. Keeping this framework in mind, let's explore research from two different viewpoints: the theoretical approach to lab work and the hands-on experimental perspective, or from the perspective of an outstanding scholar student research assistant. Starting with the theoretical outlook, research labs are typically structured with a professor or faculty lead at the top of the hierarchy, followed by graduate students, master's and PhD students, as well as postdoctoral fellows. Undergraduates, while newer to the field, play a vital supporting role by assisting the more experienced members of the lab with their research. Although undergraduates may start by handling foundational tasks, their contributions are essential in ensuring that the lab runs smoothly, and they gain valuable hands-on experience that helps them grow in their research journey. The experimental outlook, on the other hand, provides a more hands-on perspective from the viewpoint of an undergraduate OS research student. As undergraduates, we are actively involved in a range of tasks, from assisting with experiments to gathering data, all while gaining valuable experience that helps us shape our understanding of research. Personally, I work closely with my faculty lead, seeking guidance on the direction of my research and receiving feedback that helps refine my approach. In the lab, I collaborate with fellow undergraduates who not only offer peer support, but also serve as role models, showing me how to tackle challenges and encourage me to strive for greater independence in the lab. Additionally, I often turn to graduate students in the lab for their expertise, whether it's troubleshooting an experiment, understanding complex concepts, or getting advice on the best practices. This collaborative environment fosters a strong sense of teamwork, where I can learn from a range of experiences and grow as a researcher. Both outlooks, whether theoretical or experimental, are interconnected, offering a fuller picture of an undergraduate research experience in the Outstanding Scholars program. Being new to the lab, the upper year students never hesitated to help and check in on me as a young researcher. Their experience never failed to shine through and highlight them as role models for what I aspire to be in the lab. Dr. Simon Rondeau-Gagné has been incredibly supportive throughout my experience. For example, when I was preparing my abstract for the chemistry conference in June, he worked closely with me, offering detailed edits and constructive feedback that improved my final version. He also provided unwavering support as I completed my project for the You Will Discover conference. He's always approachable, taking the time to offer feedback and check in on my progress. Despite being an undergraduate student, I never felt like my contributions were overlooked. His encouragement and the time he invests in my work have always made me feel like a meaningful part of the research team. Being a part of the OS program has been a transformative experience that has significantly shaped both my academic and personal growth. Through my work in the SRG research group, I've had the opportunity to not only refine my technical skills, but also develop essential qualities such as leadership and problem solving. In the lab, I've gained hands-on experience with advanced polymer characterization techniques, and I've been trained in numerous safety protocols, which have helped me work confidently and responsibly in the lab environment. Beyond the technical aspects, one of the most rewarding parts of my OS experience have been the opportunity to engage with a diverse and supportive community of researchers. Regular group meetings have allowed me to learn from both peers and mentors, improving my ability to present research and collaborate effectively. Presenting my research at the You Will Discover conference was an invaluable experience, allowing me to refine my communication skills and present my findings clearly and confidently. I'm now preparing to present at the CSC Chemistry Conference in June, which will further hone my presentation abilities and give me the opportunity to showcase my work on the larger scale. In addition to the formal learning, the social side of the lab has had a meaningful impact on my experience. Group events such as paintball, bowling, and the holiday Christmas party have been integral in building strong team bonds. These activities foster a positive, collaborative environment, making the lab feel more like a close-knit family. Overall, my time in the OS program has provided me with the technical expertise, leadership skills, and meaningful professional connections to set me on the path for success. When I was first working on creating the self-healing polymers, I encountered a significant challenge. The polymers either turned out too viscous or too rigid, making them prone to breaking too easily. As a new researcher, I felt frustrated and uncertain, unsure of what I was doing wrong or how to fix it. I took a step back and began reflecting on what I had observed during the process, how the polymers behaved during synthesis and testing. I noted their lack of flexibility and resilience, which led me to wonder if the cross-linking ratio was a potential issue. After discussing the problem with the lead on the project, we theorized that the balance we had found between the prepolymer and the metal was incorrect. This insight led me to further investigate and experiment with different ratios, testing their impact on the polymer's properties. By adjusting these ratios, we were able to find the optimal balance, resulting in a polymer that maintained the desired stiffness and enhanced self-healing efficiency. This adjustment not only solved the immediate problem, but also allowed us to move forward with the testing of the polymer's potential for sensor applications, pushing our research ahead. As an OS undergraduate researcher in the lab, my role involves synthesizing and optimizing materials for various applications through hands-on experimentation. I conduct experiments, collect and analyze data, and contribute to literature reviews to inform our research. This experience has greatly enhanced my educational journey, helping me develop critical skills in research, problem solving, and data analysis, while also strengthening my professionalism. By collaborating closely with my faculty lead and peers, I actively contribute to the development and advancements of our projects, deepening my understanding of the research process and preparing me for my future endeavors. Looking ahead, I'm thrilled to continue expanding the potential of these self-healing polymers, particularly by integrating them into different sensor technologies. With the support of scholarships like the NSERC Undergraduate Student Research Award, I will have the opportunity to research this exciting area further throughout the summer and into my thesis next year. This will allow me to work on refining the self-healing properties in various sensor applications, collaborating with my fellow researchers to push the boundaries of what these materials can do. I'm also excited to take my work to Ottawa, where I'll be presenting our findings at the Canadian Chemistry Conference, sharing this innovative research with other experts, and spreading the word about the potential of these self-healing polymers. Beyond that, we're working towards publishing this groundbreaking work, contributing to the future of flexible, sustainable electronics. Being a part of the OS program has been an incredible experience, and I'm beyond excited about where this research is going, especially as an undergraduate. The Outstanding Scholars program has provided me with an exceptional foundation, equipping me with the skills, resources, and guidance to excel in my research and personal growth. I'm incredibly grateful for the opportunities that this program has afforded for me, and I'm so excited for what lies ahead. Thank you so much for your attention, and I appreciate your time as I shared the wonderful experience I've had as an OS researcher with you today.